pointing at my IV like a crackhead, and they were like, "No, you don't need. You used all. Used all. Need more.
How to make senses.
Not sense make. Need more."
What?
We just kind of hung out though. We watched Whose Line Is It Anyway on TV.
Oh, I love that show. I used to watch
It was
that.
a rerun of the one where Ryan bashes his head against the desk and it breaks the glass.
My God.
And then Drew's picking through Ryan's hair and Ryan's looking up at him like, "What the hell are you doing? Get off my head."
That's an amazing show.
I
I'm
love that.
surprised, are they actually coming out with new ones still?
Yeah, they are.
Because they look exactly the same from what I remember them from, like, what, 4 or 5 years ago when I...
Yeah, I don't think they ever update the camera equipment, so it's always going to have that 1980s haze on the film.
You kind of want that, though, with that show, because it's just the way people remember it, maybe. Because, good God, have you seen people you haven't seen in high definition, like newscasters? I mean, it is a sight. You'll see so many wrinkles and the shadows under those wrinkles.
I can't watch the news with my mom because of that.
Oh, I can't watch the news.
Anytime. We'll switch it to the news and I'll just happen to be there with her. She'll be like, "Hey, is her one tit bigger than the other?" And I'm like, "Mom!"
Oh,
Yeah. It looks that way.
you're lucky, because exactly what the newscaster said, like she's telling me a story. And I'm like,
Did you hear?
"Did you hear about them terrorists who tried to blow that plane up?" I'm like, "Yes, it was on the news 3 seconds ago."
My favorite thing to do is walk in when the news is on, hear something, walk out, and then later, same day, repeat it to them, and they'll be like, "Whoa!"
Oh man, these people are ridiculous.
I like the one where they're doing sniper training with balloons.
What?
Yeah, they didn't have the funding for the target, so what they did was got an RC car, some balloons, inflated the balloons, tied them to the car, and then drove, and you had to pop the balloon. Which is considerably more difficult because there's wind, and that car is bumping on everything.
Yeah,
so
it's-
that balloon is like...
That's not a bad idea, though.
It was cheap. It only cost them like $100 for 500 balloons in the car, and they got really good. And then the same newscast, they were, "Alright, we're gonna show you how sneaky our snipers are. We're going to crawl across a public place, and they will have to go undetected." And then they started at this island in between the road, and they made their way to the mall, and people were looking at them the whole time. "Why is he crawling? Get up, sir. You have to walk."
One's like crawling across the road real slow, like, and a car just comes and like cuts him in half. "Stupid man, you can't crawl across a busy road." Like,
"Silly turtle man.
someone just like
You don't have a shell."
comes up with a shovel and scoops one half up and walks away. The other's just like sitting there.
I'm taking it with me.
Like, "Ooh, a souvenir." New York, the middle of New York, like a souvenir.
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 Oh, look at this fancy word. It's souvenir.
No, we're probably saying it wrong the whole time, and they'll correct us.
I don't know. People get mad really easy if you tase them, you know?
Oh yeah, really. So if I shock the hell out of you, you're not gonna get mad?
No.
What?
They did that like 2 days ago. They were like, "Can I tase you?" And I was like, "Yeah, hold on. Let me get off the computer first."
Oh my gosh.
And then they tried and it wouldn't work, and they were like, "Damn it! Wanted to do so bad."
Like, did it even work? It's like, let me try it on myself.
They know I coated my entire body in a thin layer of rubber.
He's like, maybe it only works on me. I have to try it on you. Like, get like 4 other people in the room and the dog.
I did tase the dog.
Oh, that's awful.
It was a modified bubblegum shock stick. They peeled out the thing and amped the circuitry. So instead of like 5, it did 50. It killed the batteries though. By the time they were like, "Let me tase you," I was like, "Okay." They killed the batteries.
Oh yeah, this only does 49, and 50 is lethal, but normally 49. Like, shock some old lady, she just like explodes.
I've been tased by my computer when working on it.
Well, that's why you unplugged the power supply.
I did.
Lies. You
I
lied. There's
did.
no way power is not gonna last for more than probably like 3 seconds in this thing.
I had an auxiliary power. I
Within your
forgot that.
computer case?
I neglected to unplug.
Oh, you're on your laptop.
No, not on my laptop. It was back when I used the towers. I had one with a mostly metal case, and I had just finished installing a Wi-Fi adapter. This was like 2003 or so,
No.
and I just finished putting a Wi-Fi adapter in it, and then I was hooking it back up, and one of the slots, the output slots, was loose. So I was screwing it back in, and then I forgot to unplug the power source while I was adjusting that. That's not what tased me though, so don't go like, oh, you got screwed by a screwdriver, that's funny.
What?
But I had my ear resting against the metal backplate, and I was working on getting in all the cords for like the mouse and the microphone and speakers and all that good stuff, the keyboard. Can't forget the keyboard.
No.
How would I type without the keyboard?
How will you Google?
And then it suddenly started to tase me. I was laying there like, do not want, and just smacked it.
You got tased again while you smacked it.
No, I smacked it away, and I was like, do not want.
That's probably why you're on a laptop now. Not the incident, but
No,
the whole fact that it tased you and...
It scared me so bad. It put me off that type of computer. No, I like a minute later, I came back, adjusted it again, put everything, then plugged the power source back in, then played World of Warcraft and screamed for like 3 hours straight.
I cannot do WoW. I mean...
You can do it only if you can entertain yourself.
You are not entertaining in PvP. PvP is lame.
A friend, and then walk around with him, do nothing but like scrutinize his every movement.
That's what you did with me. And I believe you did that with Techno also.
It was funny.
It was awful for me. That was a boring experience. You're like sitting there giggling.
Oh, you thought that was useful.
I had the level 8
I would make level 1s and follow level 80s around and be like, oh, you're doing that? Noob. Why do you think that armor's good? Noob!
It's like, everything you're wearing is so inexpensive and cheap. It's like, well, how much money do you have? Oh, I have 3 gold.
How did you get 3 gold? You're level 1. I signed tabards so people would make guilds and don't give me constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism again.
Don't help me.
Don't help me. Oh, that is so Techno.